Hi everybody, my name is Chris Sebastio. I'm a soil scientist with the Natural Resources Conservation Service in Minden, Nevada. I was asked to come out here to do a soil pit description for you, and basically what I'm going to do now is just kind of describe how I broke the horizons out and a little bit about the site and so forth. So this is I use my clinometer and I determined that there's a 1% slope here. Even though it looks totally flat, there's a little bit of a slope which allows water to run across the field here. We got a backhoe pit here, so we got a really good view of the soil profile. And so basically what I did was I split out the surface and subsurface horizons, and some of that sample was sent to you to texture. I'm just going to go through them really quick. Basically, the structure on all of this is massive. There's nothing that I would call structure in this soil pit. The textures run sandy loam from the surface all the way down to 40 or 38 inches or so, and that's where you can see at the bottom of the soil pit here, it sort of sloughs off into the water table. The water table was at about 48 inches, and where it starts to slough off down here, that's actually a texture change. So it goes from here to here is all some version of sandy loam, and then when you get to the very bottom, it gets very coarse, 90% sand, and we just call that texture sand, and that's why it's all falling off there. Other than that, there's evidence of the water table coming up to as far as 12 inches from the surface and back down seasonally, and that evidence is illustrated by what's called redox concentrations, and that's where when iron in the soil is saturated, it goes out into solution, and then when the water table drops again, it basically turns into rust on all the surfaces of the soil. And so you won't be able to see it in the video, but look up redox concentrations on Google and you'll see great pictures of what I'm talking about. It's basically on a piece of soil, you'll see these little orange colorations, and that's all it is rust, and it's evidence that water table was there long enough at some point for the iron to go into solution and then come back out when the water table came back down. So that's what we look for in a soil description or in a soil profile when we want to see how far up the water table comes at some time in the year. I guess that's all I really have to say about the soil pit, so we'll see you at the next one.